Today we're going to begin our chick collage. To start this assignment, we are going to do the chick first, and then we'll put the egg on top. We'll add some details to the chick's face, and then we will add grass as a final touch. You're going to get a blue paper for the background, a light yellow paper for the chick, and then a white paper for the egg. Our chick, turn our paper upside down, and we're going to draw a nice big U. Like this, the letter U, and that's going to be the top of the chick. If we flip it over, you can see how that's the head of the chick. And then we're going to draw some wings. And to draw the wings, we're going to start a line out, and then we're going to put 3 bumps on it. 1, 2, 3, and then it goes back. So the wing is just kind of sticking out. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Go out, 1 bump, 2 bumps, 3 bumps to make the wings. And that is all you have to do for the chick. The other thing you're going to want to do is make an egg. And we want our egg to be bigger than our chick. So we're going to try to make an oval, or the letter O, or the number 0, that fills this whole paper. And sometimes it helps if you take your finger and draw it a couple of times and sort of watch your finger go, so that you can get a nice big oval the first time you draw it. I've done this about 5 times now, so I'm kind of warming up my body, my arm and my hand, and now it seems to be ready to draw. So I'm going to put my pencil down, and I'm going to follow that same path I was taking with my finger. Oops, that paper got in the way, to make my egg. Then, once we have these 2 things, we're going to cut them out. Okay, remember when we cut, we have thumbs up. And our helper hand, the hand that's holding the paper, is rather busy. So my scissors should stay mostly in the same direction. And then I'm going to turn the paper as I cut. Now here I'm going to just do what I call a bubble cut. I'm going to go around those shapes, and I'll come back to those in a little bit. But you see how my paper, how I'm turning my paper with my hand. When you get to the curved part, you have to sort of turn the paper as you cut it so that you get a nice smooth edge. Okay. And I just keep going. Again, I'm going to bubble cut around my feathers here because that's the tricky part. I can come back to that once I have my piece a little bit smaller, and it's easier for me to handle. So now I have most of my chick shape cut out. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut into one side. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to come back and cut to the other side. And then when those meet, the little part here will come out. You might have to tug on it a little bit. So I am cutting one side, stopping when I get to the center, and then I go to the other side and cut. There we go. So this is a trick that you can use when you are cutting tricky things. Instead of trying to cut all of these little parts at the same time, all at once, I cut sort of along the tips, and then I went back and cut on the inside. So there's my chick. This chick is going to go on my paper. But whenever we glue, remember we want to glue on the pencil side, so then when I put this down, no one will know that I drew that out before I cut it. And then here's my egg. So I'm going to cut first out the oval. Again, I'm turning my paper as I cut, especially on these curved parts here. And now I have my egg, which covers up most of my chick. And it's okay if it doesn't quite fit. Then I want it to look broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this with a zigzag line, and I'm just going to cut it without drawing it first. And I'm going to go like an angle, and I'm going to turn, and I want this to look like it's broken. So I'm going to have spots that are uneven, and I'm just going to make my way across to the other side. So now I have 2 parts. I have my egg that can go here, the bottom of the egg, and then I have the top of the egg that can be like a hat for the chick. So my next step is to glue. So we're going to use these red glue bottles. Remember, it's dot, dot, not a lot. You have to remember we have to press in this button if we want the glue to come out. And the only way we can get that glue to come out is to press it on the paper. So you have to push down and then squeeze. So this is how I want it to go. I'm going to take my white egg off. I'm going to flip it over. Do you notice how you can see the pencil lines on my egg still? That's the side I'm going to glue on. I'm going to do the same thing to my egg, my chick. I'm going to flip it over. I see my pencil lines, so that's where I'm going to glue. I'm going to go dot, dot, not a lot. You do want to make sure that you get around the edges and make sure you put some glue, at least one dot of glue in those, in the wing. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to gently press down. And with dot, dot, not a lotting, I don't have any glue coming out. I didn't go too close to the edge. My glue is just a little bit in, and I don't have any oosey-gooseys. So now I'm ready for my egg. Again, I'm looking for the pencil side. See how there's pencil here? I'm going to put the glue on the pencil side so I can not see that pencil when I'm finished. Then I'm going to flip it over. Again, dot, dot, not a lot. Covering up the bottom of the chick. And I'm going to rub my paper down just a little bit to make sure that it sticks. And then I'm finally ready for my hat. Again, see the pencil lines? I'm gluing on the pencil line. I press and squeeze, press and squeeze. I don't have to squeeze a lot, just a little bit. We don't need puddles when we glue, we just need a little bit to make it stick. And then if I wanted to, I could tip this so it looks sort of like a hat, or I could just put it on straight. I think I'll tip mine a little bit. And then again, I press it down. Now that you have your chick on there, I would like you to take your pencil and write your name and your class code on the top in the sky.